Come here. Get over here.
The pit bulls of ancient Greece were large muscular dogs used as war dogs and as family and property guardians. They were fierce and intimidating, able to herd livestock and protect them from the wild. The word bull comes from their impressive skill of grasping a bull's snout in order to tame them. The Romans developed the grotesque sport of baiting, forcing the noble warriors to fight against bulls and wild boars in colosseums. Once baiting was outlawed in order to hide the sport, the English mated these dogs with a smaller yet tenacious breed of terriers. The game of pitting then started, where two dogs were placed in a pit of rats to see who could kill the most and how quickly. The breed Pit Bull Terrier was now created. When they immigrated to America, the fortunate ones again became guardians and work dogs. The others continued to fight. Pit bulls are known for their intelligence, strength, and loyalty. They are feisty and energetic. They have become unfairly victimized as overly aggressive and dangerous. In some places, you can't own or breed them. The once distinguished, well-respected fighting warriors have become outcast and disrespected, all for the amusement of some human beings. The slogan, "It's the deed, not the breed," says it all.
Yes, we treat pit bulls here at the facility. Probably at least every day we see a couple of them. They get adopted out fairly regularly. I'd say they make up a decent percentage of our dog adoptions. Probably at least one or two a week go to a good home.
And of the pit bulls that come in, are there any that have to be put down?
Some of them unfortunately do. Not the vast majority of them though, and a lot of the ones that have to put down are more for a medical issue than a behavioral issue. Sometimes they're just too sick for us to be able to save. My opinion on pit bulls as pets is I think they can make a great pet. They're very nice dogs. They can be very friendly. They're very loyal. They aren't inherently mean or aggressive. It's just all about how they're treated by the people who are taking care of them.
I have a very positive opinion on pit bulls as pets. I think they make great domestic dogs. They're good with children. They're good with the family. They're loyal, and you can get them to do pretty much anything you need them to do. Yes, I own one pit bull. Her name is Polly. We adopted her from the shelter 2 years ago now. She came to us with some anxiety issues and an old traumatic injury to her eyeball. But as far as her personality, she was perfect. She got along with our other dog right off from the get-go and even has become best friends with the cat.
I think pit bulls are great pets. They are friendly and very energetic. They do get the bad rap of being vicious dogs. All pit bulls I met have been friendly.
If you don't own a pit bull, you should definitely think about getting one because they're loyal. They got your back no matter what. You're having a bad day, they somehow sense it, but all in all, they're just a good breed of dog, man.
In my family, we've had pit bulls all of our life, really. My dad, down in when he lived in Florida, used to be friends with a breeder, and that's when he started owning pit bulls about 40 years ago. And when I was born, we had one named Zorro. It's a big brown dog that we always called Brownie. And even when me and my sister were like 1 and 2 years old, we'd always end up, climbing all over him and pulling his ears and stuff like that, and just anything. And he was so obedient, he kind of just was like, But then he went on, and he was a really nice dog and really playful and smart, just like all of them are. They're really smart. I think that pit bulls do need some special training. They need a lot of attention paid to how they're socialized with dogs and humans, because there's such a negative regard for them that you've got to be really careful as soon as when they're really young, and you've got to put them with other breeds of dogs, big breeds, small breeds, and you got to watch them because, I mean, as great and smart and nice as pit bulls are, they do still have the aggressive elements in them, and it's easy to train that out of them and train obedience and stuff, but you've got to socialize them earlier on, because otherwise, you know, they'll get nervous and they'll do what, you know, instinct tells them.
Am I scared of pit bulls? Sometimes. Depends on the dog. I've known dogs who have been in fights before for no good reason, but I've also been around dogs pit bulls, who have been totally fine, but then my dog, who is not a pit bull, was actually aggressive with the pit bull, which caused her to fight my dog.
What I think about pit bulls is that they're just a typical dog that is just has gotten a really bad reputation because of the most of the people that own them or buy them or somehow get them. And they're probably very cute and cuddly. I have a neighbor who has 2 of them, and I must admit, when he walks past me, you know, my heart goes down in my stomach because they're a little scary looking. That's what you read in the paper.
What is your main concern about owning a pit bull?
Other dogs coming up to him. I mean, other dogs, and people just think, you know, their dogs want to come up and meet, and he may be protective. I haven't been around that many. I mean, he walks with me at night, and he does all right, but other dogs don't seem to mess with him, so he don't mess with those dogs. So I'm just worried about a dog getting loose and coming up to him.
And what are your feelings concerning training pit bulls to fight?
I think it's ridiculous that you would breed one animal to start fighting. Putting him in cages and seeing how long it lasts is barbaric and uncalled for.
Concerning dog fighting, I don't concede that at all. I think it's wrong. I think puppy mills are wrong. I think the people that want to, I mean, I can understand watchdogs, but fight dogs, no. No way. They don't deserve that. They were brought up to they were brought up to protect their owners, not to kill other dogs.
Out of every dog I've ever owned, she is the most loving dog ever. She's never shown any signs of aggression. She's never bit me. I have 3 little children that live with me, and they love her. They hang all over her. She's great with them. It's all how you raise them, and it's all how you treat them. If you treat them with love and respect, they'll treat you with love and respect.
All they want is attention and just want to be loved.
She makes a wonderful pet.
I feel pit bull's bad reputation is somewhat unwarranted. I think it's a product of the media more than it faces the reality outside on the streets. I think your average pit bull is a very loyal, well-behaved dog.
So in defense of them, give them a chance. Don't prejudge them.